former Senior Associate Commissioner in the Massachusetts Department of Elementary and Secondary Education from 1999 to 2003, and I am the person who was in charge of the development of all the K-12 standards that you've heard people allude to, and those are the standards, and there are other things, teacher licensing tests and regulations, that I helped to create that helped to put the Bay State #1 in just about every national and international test. So I am with the commissioner at the time, David Briscoe, and the State Board of Ed at the time supporting me, and a succession of governors at the time all supporting me. We were all responsible for carrying out the real intentions of the Massachusetts Education Reform Act. And I want to just say a few words that are not in the testimony which I have passed out to all of you, and which are hopefully being passed out behind my back to the audience here as well. That there was a philosophy behind those standards and all the things that went with them that made them work. And you should know what that philosophy was, which is why I have been in opposition to Common Core for 6 years since I was put on the validation committee in 2009 by Chester himself, because he knew what I had done. Mr. Chester was the one who urged me to get on the validation committee so that I could do there what I had done in Massachusetts, and of course never was able to because there was another agenda there. But the philosophy we had that was embedded in the Massachusetts Education Reform Act was a simple one. We wanted to raise all children's academic achievement. We weren't focused on the top or the bottom or the middle. We wanted everybody to rise. We weren't asked to close gaps. We were asked to raise everybody. That's a different direction. And that is what we did. We aimed for content knowledge and what we knew teachers could do in their classrooms. And in fact, in '08, when I was on the State Board of Education at the time, I asked the department what the results of its own survey of teachers in the state had been in English towards the document. We heard from less than 30 people in the entire state. Not one English teacher had a complaint about the standards that had been used by that time for 10 years in English, if not more, because the first edition came in 1997 and was simply revised in 2001. The other standards were after 2001. So the great rise that took place in student achievement in this state, which began in about 2005, reflected the standards in all subjects, because we had standards in all subjects, even though we didn't have tests in all of them, including history. We did have them starting finally in science at the urging of science teachers. Is that that's committee or something else? Okay. I just wanted to be sure. I'm hearing too many things and I don't know who on this committee. In any event, you do have my testimony, and I simply want to say that we need to allow this ballot question to appear because we need to make sure that teachers and parents have a voice finally in what takes place in their schools. I live in the town of Brookline. I've been very active as an adult in town meeting and League Women Voters and many other organizations, and we want participation in a process that excluded teachers and parents, and that was the Common Core process from the beginning. We also need to make sure that I'm sorry, I'm wrapping up, right. 2 points. Our public schools are still supported in large part by local taxes, and we right now have an alienation growing of parents from our public schools. It's very bad. The opposition is growing in this country. It is not stopping. And the secret ballot is the only way people can express their views on the kind of education they want for their children that differs from the education that the Gates Foundation wants to impose on other people's children, not their own. Very telling that the people who have created these standards have their children Common, Common Core-based schools. And I think we should not lose sight of that policy. Thank you very much. Any questions? Oh, I'm sorry.
Thank you, Asma. Thank you.